So, very good morning and welcome to today's live market profile and order flow trade analysis by Tradeducation. We are at episode 234, and before I share today's live market analysis, I would just like to go through a quick disclaimer that trading involves substantial risk and is not suitable for all investors. Also, the information which I'm sharing is for educational purposes only and cannot be used for any trade related activity. Okay. So with that, let me just quickly share my screen and let's look at the what are my hypos for today, or the potential option development paths for today. Okay. So first of all, there is some change. So I have reduced the width of market profile and increase the width of the the overall order flow and any other charts. Okay. Earlier it was 50-50, now this is 30-70 ratio. Okay. That's why you might be seeing some slight change in here. Now I'm just looking at the 60-minute or the hourly chart, and I don't know whether you guys went long here because the market generated information is screaming that buyers are in control. So if we see a reversal, or we can expect a pullback. Okay, and that's what happened. So this is the overall value of the auction from 28th of December. Okay, when the up move started. So while this up move started, immediately if you see this is the overall balance. The auction has failed up, and it has given a breakout. It is going higher. So there should be a retest, and yesterday it was a sort of a retest, and the auction closed around the center, or around the below the POC or something like that. Okay. So yesterday my trade location was exactly here. I shorted 14 or 50 ports, 14,000 ports, 14,100 ports, and I also bought. I went long in futures. Okay. So total four contracts. So one contract, one contract, one contract, and one future contract. Okay. And I exited, as per the intraday timing around 3:14 instead of 3:15, and so that was all. My trade plan was. So things like this is, you need to observe, and this you will get it through the more screen time. Okay. Yes. Second thing is POC also did not migrate, but that was a good sign. So Nitish, yes, you are correct. POC did not migrate, but just be aware, just be alert that POC non-migration. So if here is the POC and if here is the auction, so yes, odds are high that it will try to tag the POC, but you also have to know about the risk. What will you do if this does not get tagged, and what if you see continuation to the lower side? Okay. So that's where you need to use this hypothesis. You need to use why actually buyers are coming in here. So as per this is the entire value. So the auction is trying to enter value, it is getting rejected, it is trying to find higher value, and that's so based on those hypotheses, you can take the trades. Don't just simply use market profile anomalies to, okay, POC migration was not like, POC did not migrate, auction is developing here, so odds are higher that there will be a mean reversion, or there will be a reversion towards, or there will be a pullback towards. Yes, that is correct, but every time that does not happen. That's what I wanted to share with you. Okay, so let me just jump to the daily chart, and on the daily chart, we are still one time framing higher since since the 21st, since the non-linear, basically this break. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11. Okay, 11 days we are migrating higher. Good volume flow, about 9.7 9.7 million contracts traded. So good volume flow, around the average of, I think this is average of 20 days. Yeah. So, or a monthly. Yeah. So good volume flow. So overall, this was a good test. So good test is done. Now what I'm expecting is continuation to the higher side. Let me see. Nothing from the order flow and nothing from the VSA. Okay. So now let me just bring in the pre-open. Let's see the pre-open market session. So big gap up. Okay. So as people are looking at this, as traders are looking at this, a lot of panic will be there right in the market open. 100 points up, so a big sharp tempo is what I'm looking at. So yesterday, if I don't know whether you guys looked at the delta, but pretty massive selling came in, and then the auction closed around the HVNs, or around the, did not reach the actual POC, because POC is here. Okay, it failed to reach the POC. So what I'm expecting today is, first of all, so let me just add the data points of yesterday's auction. So we have got low volume area here, low volume area here, one HVN, and this this is clearly where price got rejected. You can easily spot from this chart. There are also value here. That is fine. Okay. So if I look at the overall profile, are there any? Yes, there are anomalies. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Uh, we also have got a poor low. So there are stop loss orders getting built. Plus, this is also a weak low because it's around a few ticks away from the half back of 4th of June. Okay. So this is one data point. We have a single print. Auction closed above. Yeah, so there are no halfbacks. Now coming to what I'm expecting. Okay, so the auction is going to open with a gap up. So one of the reference is this poor low. So I'll just mark that reference here. Okay, one of the references is the poor low, and auction is going to open 100 points, 174, 274. Okay, somewhere around here. So what I'm expecting is auction path number 1 is clear, sharp, trying to enter yesterday's range and see some sort of rejection and continues higher. Okay, so those who went long or those who went short. So there are two types of traders, BTST. So from the buyer side and from the seller side. Okay, so those who went long, they will be selling. So if we see this type of trade auction development, and those who went shorts, they will be buying. So we need to see whether we see a drop down or whether we see continuation to the upside, and then we see auction reaching down. Okay, so these are one on the second two hypos, first and the second hypo. Third hypo is we see continuation and then we see some sort of a rejection. Okay, this is the third hypo. Fourth hypo is the auction opens with a gap and then it just continues higher. Okay, so the gap will be intact, and again the buyers are still showing strength. Okay, so the auction will begin in next sort of 48 seconds. So let's see which way the market opens. The high is still weaker. So anyways, we are seeing a big market open today. So let's see, what will happen. Okay. So let me just see the time. Yeah, it's 9:14:37. So about 30 seconds, and we've got two viewers right now. And let's see which way the auction develops. Okay. Let's see, order flow 3000, and yeah. Okay. So massive gap up opened. So let me now delete the hypos. So auction opened around the lows. It cleared the highs, and if you see, maximum buyers are coming in, and here there are less sellers and more sellers and less buyers. So this means these are BTST traders who are just booking their profits. So the poor high has, or this poor high has been cleared. Maximum buying came in here. So these are where sellers were trapped sellers and they exited. And this is a massive 448 contracts. Okay, we have got unfinished auctions around the lows, unfinished auctions around the high. We're just tagging the VWAP and going lower. So I'll also mark the HVNs. So we have got one HVN here. We also have got one HVN here. So now my point of reference shifts to this HVN. And I'm expecting the auction to continue higher. So one of the trade location is you can take a long trade right now, keeping your stop loss below this HVN, or wait for this HVN to get tagged, and then you can take a long trade. Okay, the target is the high of the day. So 4,600 contracts already traded. It's been just a minute. I would say 2 minutes. Yeah, pretty massive buying happening. Positive momentum seen. Okay, so I shared you the trade location. So let's see, that's the trade plan which I have. Okay, so we have entered the yesterday's high and it's just developing around that level. That is fine. So now we need to see, the price is just rotating around it. So whether we are seeing acceptance or rejection. So let's see. I'm expecting buyers to step in, continue, take the option higher, tag the high, and then you can exit the trade and look for a short opportunity. Let it continue. So now we just have to sit back, relax, and just observe how the orders are coming in. And I'll just note down my observations in my journal. Okay, monthly, weekly, daily. Yeah, the market open 100 points, was it? I think 104 points. Okay, so yeah, now the auction is going above the high. So if you are in profits and if you don't want to lose your profits, you can exit once the VWAP is tagged. Okay, so you can exit your trade just simply looking at it. So 6,000 contracts traded, we are still a minute left. So the VWAP is tagged, you can then now exit. I'm expecting it to continue higher. So you need to think who is selling here and who is buying here. What is the emotion, the psychology is going on in their mind. You have to study the mind frame. Okay, so yes, I'll just note down. So market opened and massive. See the tempo today. Like not today, but right in the market open. This is 14,200. Okay. Now I'm able to spot one more weakness, or one more data point is the low of today is exactly around 14,200 sort of. Let me just check the exact value. The low is 14,200. Okay, so we also have got a weaker low. So the low is weaker, current low is weaker. If the auction enters the high of yesterday, then that will give you a sign to take a short trade. So the first 5-minute candle is closed, 7,000 contracts traded. I'm expecting continuation to the higher side. let it tag the high, and let's see, whether we are seeing any exhaustion pattern or not. But right now, from the order flow, it looks like buyers are in control. Let them take the option higher. No need to fight against the trend. Uh, yeah. So this is where absorption. This is where something came in. Sideways development was going on, and we are around the balance high. So tag the balance high, and then it is continuing higher. Yeah. So odds are more in the favor of buyers. So let's see. Let them continue. The time is 9:21. We are just first 5 minute cleared. So pretty good buying happening. Okay. Some selling activity coming in. That's obvious. This will be some. It's fine. So see the absorption of supply going on. Okay, you can also keep current high as a reference. So this market here. So I'll be expecting what is the auction, how the auction is getting developed, what is the order flow. So despite of delta shifting, the auction is still bullish. Yeah, so 7,000 contracts, 2100, 2200, 2 minutes, 2 minutes left. So let sellers step in, let them step in. So 446, this is a massive order. So expect odds are higher that we will be tagging this, and odds are also higher that we will be tagging the low. Okay, so the high, again the high is getting breached. Again the high is getting breached. That's fine. Okay, auction is just developing around that. Again it is trying to re-enter. So I'm observing at the tempo is slowing down, and momentum sellers are stepping in. So we need to understand who is selling at this level and why is he selling at this level, because this is a level of exactness. Okay, buyers are stepping in. Just a second. Looking if there are any comments. There are no comments. Yeah, it looks like all the viewers are very well familiar with market profile nuances and concepts, so which is great. Yeah, so we're just again tagging, going below the high. 3,200 contracts traded, 40 seconds left before the current auction closes, and we are just developing sideways around the high of yesterday, which is fine, which is pretty fine, which is pretty okay. Second thing is there are stacked buyers here, so they will again, if the price comes again, they will again build up their positions. So if you see here, there are momentum buyers, here there are less momentum sellers, here there are more momentum sellers, and there are less momentum buyers. Yeah. So I'm expecting the auction to close above this high and continue higher. So that's what I'm expecting. So the auction is closed above it. Now let's see whether we are seeing continuation or not. Yeah. So 3,500 contracts traded. So this is a good opportunity to take a long position again. A scalp trade. Keep your stop loss below this candle, the previous candle low, targeting this 448 sort of. First target and second target is the high. Okay. So tempo is slowing down. We immediately went up, developed sideways. Now we are still developing around. Auction is still developing around the high, that particular reference. Okay, so looks like our stop loss will get hit. So we are seeing rejection from VWAP. Now we are getting accepted above VWAP. So 3 minutes left, 3 minutes 36 seconds. Delta has turned positive. A good fight is going on between both buyers and sellers. Auction or the auction market generated information is telling that. What is it telling? Yeah, if you can just comment it instead of me just doing a one-way chat, like one-way communication. What are you guys seeing? So a sort of a doji candle is forming. Previous candle is also doji candle. So selling pressure is stepping in. Buyers are also coming in. So absorption is going on. So Nitish, I would disagree with you. Volumes are definitely yes less, but I'm expecting it to go higher because despite selling activity happening, the auction is not coming down. Yeah, second half, yes, you will be getting liquidation. You are correct. That's where I'll be looking at and taking the trades. Right now, the risk is more, reward is less. So why isn't the auction going down despite the volumes are less and despite sellers are stepping in? You have to think from that perspective. Why isn't the price going down? Why isn't the auction developing below the high? The auction is still above the high. Once it comes below the high, that's where we will be seeing increase in tempo. So those of you who are still in trade, our stop loss is below this candle around here. The target is first target is this, second target is the current high. Okay, so rotational sort of day is getting formed. Sort of rotational type of option is getting developed. It went and then it is just doing like this. Okay, so see the tempo which came in. Doji candle again formed. Now again sellers are stepping in. So 7,000, 3,500, 1,900, 214, delta is flat. Now we'll be seeing an increase in tempo. So that is the expected outcome. Let's see whether we get that or not. So your stop loss should be hit. You should be out of the trade now. And see the exactness where sellers are coming in. It will be good if this candle closes positive or bullish with negative delta. So let's see. So smart money, they are building up their positions, or I would say smart players, smart traders. So we have an HVN here. These are low volume area nodes. We have NMLE here. We have NMLE here. We also a lot of anomalies here, but yeah, looking at the current market and order flow. See how buyers are. Just observe the strength from the buyers. Are you able to feel that? Despite sellers coming in, buyers are just trying to absorb the supply. So the tempo is increasing. So 1 minute 55 seconds left before the current auction closes. Australia versus New Zealand is going on. I'm also watching match side by side. Sorry for that. Okay. So absorption is going on. The delta is turning positive. So retail traders, they are getting, oh, market will fall, but it's not happening. What the hell is going on? Okay, I'm in loss. Let me get out of my trade. Also today is the expiry day, so premium eating and erosion, corrosion, all that stuff is going on. A lot of people think expiry is like a jackpot. You can see the jackpot which is going on. Those who were trying to short, they would have kept their stop loss around this or this. Don't treat markets as a casino, treat it as a business. Understand the pulse of the business, and based on that you need to analyze where you can invest, where you should enter, where you should not enter. Okay. Let me just see the cumulative delta. Delta is still positive. Auction closed below the high, below the reference line. Again, sellers are stepping in. Let me just take it a bit. Yeah, now it will be clear. So rotational day is getting formed. Nothing much erosion is happening. So rotation is getting developing. So those who are trying to go short, they are keeping the stop loss above the high. Those who are trying to go long, they are keeping stop loss above the low. So that is what is happening currently. Delta is flat. So both buyers and sellers are active. Let me see if I'm able to add cumulative delta. It is here. Delta and volume. Just remove that. So this is that cumulative delta and volume. Still in the buyer side, and I don't want cumulative volume. So if you see, massive selling is coming in, but overall volumes are still positive. So auction is slowly and steadily going down, slowly and steadily going down. Buyers coming in, slowly and steadily going down. Okay. So I'm not seeing any trade plan or trade location right now. Now we need to observe at this particular HVN. So one option, one trade, I would say a scalp trade is. So I'm not yet confident about it, but this is a risky trade. You can take a short trade. This is your target, and above VWAP is your stop loss. Okay. So just observe this, and based on your risk management appetite, you can take the trades. So with that, ending the today's session, and let's catch up again tomorrow and observe how the option is getting developed. Yeah. Till then, happy and safe trading. Take care. Bye.